Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Get Comfortable by Lizana-Prodeaux. I am the voice behind Get Comfortable, waiting for something to take place, and I just figured it was a good time for me to try to re-record a message I've been trying to get out for over a day or two. Allergies are a little funky today, so if you hear me sniffling, I apologize. If you can't take the sound or the noise, I understand. Please log off if that's the case. Thank you so much for all the support that you guys have been giving me. You don't understand how happy and fulfilled that makes me, allows me to feel inside, and I appreciate you guys so much. So, on the road to success, you're going to run into so many different things, right? And when you're starting out and you really don't know the direction it's going to go, if it's going to work out for you, what's going to happen, you're really hopeful, and sometimes you doubt yourself and things like that, right? But nobody talks about how when you're on the other side of what you work so hard for, how you can still doubt yourself and still question why you have success. And so, in delving into it a bit, that position that you feel, that disheartening that you feel on the other side of success, is called imposter syndrome. And it's when you feel like a fake, or like you're just wearing a false mask as to you deserving or being this person who is successful, especially when you come from a background that doesn't really allow you success, or you don't really understand how you came about it so quickly or so fast. Even if it isn't quick, and even if it isn't fast, you really haven't come to grips with how less stressful your life is, the monetary gain that you've become accustomed to, the leisure that you're able to have, even if you've worked really hard to get where you're going. And then in turn, not only are you feeling those ways inside, but then you have outside people who are also helping you to feel that way by, if you're in the public eye, posting on social media, being very negative, saying that your position is not one that you should have, that somebody else should be able to fill it or would do better, just tearing you down basically. So you already have this notion about yourself that you don't deserve what you have. And then you have to deal with the outside world who is also not happy. And then if you have people in your immediate circle who aren't happy about your success too, that also is another dynamic that's added to it. So I just wanted to speak to the person who's feeling that way. Imposter syndrome is really real for, I feel like I'm saying imposter. Imposter syndrome is real, and I think anybody who's achieved a certain level of success looks at themselves in the mirror at some point and says to themselves, why me? Do I deserve this? I come from this place. I come from this project. I come from this neighborhood. I come from this family. I come from this background. I didn't have a family. I didn't have this growing up. I didn't have that. And they either try to do too much to show that they still are the person that came from the place where they once were, or they do something to jeopardize the actual success they've received. And I'm just here to tell you that if you are feeling that way, it's okay to feel that way. But what's not okay is to squander all your hard work and all the time that you've dedicated into it away because your emotions haven't taken on fully who you're becoming. Because that's really all it is. It's just us not registering to ourselves that we've changed, we've transitioned, we become this person. God has been very grateful and given us grace to allow us to be that person, if that makes sense. We're not everybody else's expectations. We are the expectations we set for ourselves. And some people are overnight successes where it goes from 0 to 100 really fast, but some people might not see the work behind the scenes, or something that they dibbled and dabbled in with for years, and it comes to fruition, whereas others have been on it for years and then it pops off. And then when you pop out, people think that this is something that just happened, and it's really not that. So I'm just here to remind you that you are great. You are purposeful. You are wonderful. You are walking in God's grace and God's favor, and just remaining humble, keeping your head down, continuing to work, celebrating your wins, small and large, help even the grand scheme of things, and allow you to just take a moment to take it all in instead of just congratulating those larger moments. People will always have something to say about you, whether you do things or not. Why not continue to do things that are conducive to your growth? And if at any time you feel that it's not okay to have the success that you have, take a moment to think about this. You are just a plug. You are just a vessel. You are just a small portion of an inspiration to many people. You know, you don't know how many people you touch from doing whatever it is that you're doing. You don't know how many people turn and look at you and say, I wish I could do those things. But because you have that gift and because you're walking in that power, you're sharing that with somebody, whether you know it or not. You know, whether someone knows you personally or not. And so if you ever get into a moment where you think, I don't deserve this, think about other people in it. Do you feel others deserve to be successful? Okay, well then you do too. And if you are a vessel and a link to somebody being successful, you're putting people on, you're showing people the way, then why would you feel like you should take that for granted or that you don't deserve it? You know, all of this is for God's glory at the end of the day. Yes, you do get glory from it too, but the main purpose is to receive God's glory. And if you are doing God's work and you're an inspiration to others, then allow yourself to be that vessel. Take on and embody that success. Don't let it go to your head, because a humble heart attracts so much more than someone who is arrogant could ever. And just keep being diligent in your walk, and continue to ask those questions and be curious about what your purpose is. But don't squabble it, away, because deep down inside you feel like you don't deserve this. We often feel that way, but it's no reason to stop it, because it's on a grander scheme of things. You're an inspiration and you are giving people life that you don't know that you're giving. So I just wanted to come on here and get that out. And I think that this message has gotten out beautifully, way better than the other messages I try to get out about imposter syndrome. I love you guys to the moon and back, but of course God loves you more. Please take care on this beautiful, beautiful day.